Hello, my friend. Welcome to this video here where I'm extremely excited to be giving you such a powerful strategy for discovering your purpose in life, for learning about who you are, learning about what you're supposed to be doing here on earth, how to align yourself with the things in your life that you know are meant for you, how to discover the career that's meant for you, the relationships that are meant for you, and just to develop a deeper understanding of who you are. How are you unique? What are your unique gifts and strengths? And how are you different from other people so that you can really know what to do with your life, so that you can create a life that feels fulfilling, that feels satisfying, that feels like it flows authentically, where you're authentic, where you feel like you're doing what you are made to do in your life. This is something that I've discovered over the last 8 or 9 years of studying personal development, spirituality, and coaching people one-on-one, and also just working on myself a lot as well. I've discovered that every single human being has a completely different energy type. We have a different personality type, different brains. We have different gifts, different strengths, different interests, different passions, different abilities, and they're very unique. And what I've discovered is that humanity as a whole is kind of like a beehive, in the sense that all of us, all of our humans, are meant to be doing specific niche kind of work. So in the same way a beehive has worker bees, they have bees that take care of the larva, they have bees that store the honey in the honeycomb, they have bees that go out and pollinate the flowers, they have the queen bee. So they each have their own unique role and niche, and that allows the whole hive to function well, and all of them function in harmony. So this is similar to what Buckminster Fuller said as well. If every single person just followed their unique passion and knew what that was, then all of the tasks that need to be done in our human society would get done, and we would live in peace and harmony. All right. So besides that, but giant view for you, for your personal life, I'm going to be giving you such an important and powerful and easy to apply strategy for discovering your purpose in life. And you will get massive clarity about, oh my God, like this is so accurate. This is exactly what I need to be doing in my life. Thank you so much, okay? So I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get into it. So what this requires, basically, Adam, is this even possible? Sounds like too good to be true. Adam, you spent 8 years poring over hundreds of books, buying courses. I've took like thousands of dollars worth of courses, pouring over all this personal development information about how to discover my life purpose, how to align with who I am at the core, how to discover what I'm meant to do here on earth. And now you're claiming to just like give me the answers at the back of the book in 15 minutes? And the answer is, of course, this is like a gateway that I'm going to open up for you that you can research more into on your own time. But if you don't want to do that, you're going to be given a very comprehensive and very actionable plan for how to actually start taking action on your life purpose and getting clear about who you are, what you're meant to do, and how you can live in most alignment with your soul. All right, if this sounds all crazy to you, just keep an open mind. What have you got to lose? It's free and it takes about 15 minutes. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you, now just bear with me, okay? I'm going to talk. That's how I am. I talk, okay? So just bear with me, okay? Be patient. I like to study human personality types. I've studied I've studied dozens of different systems. I've developed mastery in Myers-Briggs, in astrology. Well, astrology, I still have a lot to learn, but I'm been very obsessed with just learning how each human is unique and different. And I'm trying to understand what makes humans who they are, and how can I help to align them, to guide them towards what purpose that they should be doing to like fit them into their proper role in society so that their energy flows fully, so that they can maximize the actualization of their gifts, of their talents, and of their passion. They can just feel like they're able to fully actualize their highest potential. This is what excites me. This is what I love. I coach people. I do this with my friends, my family, etc. So in my journeys, I've studied dozens of different systems: MBTI, astrology, Enneagram. And recently, I've been very, very inspired by this system called human design. Okay? So human design is a typology sort of system that has a sort of spiritual origin. It was just kind of given to this guy named Ra Uru who through some spiritual experience that he had, no, it wasn't drugs actually, he was given information about how human beings work. And it's a system that includes astrology, it includes genetics, it includes I Ching, it includes Ayurveda, it includes the chakra system. Now, if you're a little bit squeamish and skeptical about all this stuff, I'm just here to inform you that, like, hey, welcome to planet Earth. There's a lot of information here. Not all of it is given to you in school and just like on like TikTok or just scrolling through YouTube. There's a lot of spiritual stuff here on Earth that is like not all bullshit. Definitely a big chunk of it is delusional, is garbage. Of course, there's thousands, millions of people that can scam you, that can lie to you about having spiritual knowledge or spiritual abilities. Of course, I'm not denying that. It can be a huge scam. A lot of it is made up. I'll be straight up with you, okay? But we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There is genuine spiritual wisdom and insight here on planet Earth that does require you to study and to research and to kind of separate the wheat from the chaff. How do you know who's lying to you? How do you know who's stuck in airy fairy tale nonsense land, or someone who has genuine wisdom that's actually practical, that can actually make you more money, that can actually make you more fulfilled, that can actually make you happier, that can help you quit addictions, that can help you be more healthy and more aligned in your life with your unique body type and so forth. So yes, those are for you that are skeptical, okay? So there is spiritual info on Earth. That's just the way it is. You don't believe me? You probably haven't done much looking, okay? It's a lot of open-minded investigation that is required to be open to this stuff. So that's my job here on Earth. So like I said, I'm giving you the answers in the back of the book, okay? So human design is a very powerful system that I've found to be extremely accurate for myself, for my friends, my family, and also for my clients as well. It's one of my favorite systems for typing people that I use heavily in my coaching, and it's something that I'm going to show you how you can basically understand very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine human design with ChatGPT, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to get a very specific chart. So all you're going to need to know, which is honestly very important, is your birth date, your birth time, and also, your birth date and your birth time. Okay, that's all you need to know because it's all typed based on the planets. Again, if you want me to get into like the mechanics of how this whole thing works, that's a very long video, okay? That's like 2 hours. Yeah, I've spoken about it before. It's a lot. So I'm just giving you the answers to the back of the book. If you want me to prove and verify everything, talk to me, leave me a comment. Maybe I'll make another video about it, but let's just, I can't go into everything, okay? So let's just trust that it works, okay? Because it works, let's just trust that it works, okay? So you're gonna need to know your birth date and your birth time, okay? If you don't know your birth time, it's gonna be difficult, and you should honestly know your birth time. You should ask your mom, hey, mom, if she has no clue what your birth time is, you can actually go to like the hospital that you were born at, or you can just try to get an estimation like from your parents, like, hey, like, was I born in the morning, or like was I born at night, or like do you remember, like I need my birth time. It's important. It's very important to know the time you were born. There's a lot of clues about the exact time you were born. There's spiritual wisdom there that you can kind of tap into. Okay, so figure out your birth time. Very important. Okay, get that. Make sure you have that. Okay. So now, next what we're going to do is we're going to go to cosmichumandesign.com. Okay, this is, in my opinion, the most accurate human design chart calculator. And why is that? So there's dozens of different websites that will calculate your human design chart. But there is only one website that I found that uses true sky sidereal astrology in order to calculate your chart. So what does this mean? True sky sidereal astrology is an astrological system that works with the actual positions of the planets and constellations at the time that you were born, the true sky, hence true sky. So most astrology, again, if you don't believe in astrology, whatever, you know, you got a lot of reading to do, man. Like you can't just not believe in stuff if you haven't spent years researching it, right? You got to be open-minded here on Earth because there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? So I understand, you know, there's like girls that are just like, oh my God, I'm a Pisces. Oh my God. They're like reading horoscopes. Of course it's bullshit. I get it. But in genuine astrology, people who research devote dozens of years of their life to mastering it, they can really change your life. And the odds are you haven't really met someone who's done that. So they're very rare. So what I'm trying to say is a big majority of astrologers, especially here in the West, we use the tropical system, which means, like, for example, if you were born in March, then you're probably a Pisces, right? If you were born in September, then you're probably a Virgo or a Libra, okay? So we've basically aligned it to the months and the seasons, okay? Unfortunately, that was accurate 2,000 years ago, but every year the degree of the constellations and the planets permanently changes by like less than 1 degree. So after 2,000 years, the planets are actually, and the constellations are in completely different places, okay? So if you were to get, for example, an app on your phone like Stellarium or some kind of, you know, the Sky View apps where you can look at the stars and the planets and stuff, and you can put in a date on those apps to actually get your birth date and time, and actually look at the sky, and actually, like, for example, to calculate your sun sign, which is the one that most people are familiar with, like your month, right? So, oh, I'm a Pisces. Usually people are talking about their sun sign, okay? But, so if you look where the sun actually was when you were born in March, it wasn't actually in Pisces. The actual sun was in Aquarius. So the odds are it shifts back about 1 sign. Okay? If you want to learn more about true sky astrology, go to Mastering the Zodiac YouTube channel. And the guy Athen there is an expert at that, and he'll explain it all to you. Okay? So I found true sky astrology to be way more accurate than tropical astrology. And it's not even this question of like, oh, it's your opinion, it's like what you want, you know, whatever you use. Of course, you're free to use whatever you want, okay? I'm not going to force it down your throat. But in Adam's opinion, true sky astrology is significantly more accurate because we're working with the literal actual sky. Not like this idea of where the constellations should be. We're working with where they actually were when you were born, okay? So it's more accurate. And if you want a very accurate astrology reading, we'll talk about that in another video, okay? So, because we're just going to focus on human design, but you can get your true sky chart done on masteringthezodiac.com for free. And you can check out where your sun was, your moon, your Mercury, your Venus and Mars. Those are all important for discovering your personality type. And you can use this strategy with your astrology as well. So, but we're focusing on human design. So when you go on cosmichumandesign.com, it's the only website that calculates your human design based on the true sky. okay? And what I found is that it shifts your chart and it actually makes it more accurate, okay? So very important. I just saved you literally 5-10 years of like wading through the swamp. So just recognize it's very important what I just told you. Many people study human design and they're not even working with accurate charts. So it's like, it's crazy. So once you go to cosmichumandesign.com, you have to put in your birth day and time, and you have to convert your birth time to UTC 0. So just there's a calculator there. So you just put in your birth time. You got to know your time zone, right, where you were born, your time zone. Then it'll convert it so that it's the 0 time zone. So I live in Toronto and it's -5. So I have to add 5 hours to my birth time, okay? So you put in your time in UTC 0, and then you get this chart. Now, it's a little bit overwhelming when you see it. There's all this crazy, wacko looking information. Really, all that's important is that you're looking at the top right where the text is, and it's gonna say your type. So you're either gonna be a projector, a manifesting generator, a generator, a manifester, or a reflector, okay? That's your type. This is actually very important to understand because this kind of governs your whole energy type, okay? Also, it's going to say your authority. You're going to have either sacral authority or splenic authority or emotional authority or ego-driven authority, okay? That's your authority. And then also there's going to be a personality profile with 2 numbers. So it's going to be like 1/3 or like 2/4 or 6/2, etc. Okay, so those are the 3 most important things to pay attention to on your chart. Now let's move on to step 2. What I do is you can literally screenshot the text that is given to you. Okay, so your type, your authority, etc. And you can then actually upload that screenshot onto ChatGPT. So make sure you have a ChatGPT account. It's very important. We live in 2025. You can't be living in the Stone Ages, okay? We have infinite super intelligence available to you for free at your fingertips. So make sure you're actually taking advantage of that, okay? Don't be the type of person who like just discovered that the internet exists like in 2020, you know, even though it's been out for like 20 years, okay? So we have infinite super intelligence and we're gonna use it to discover your life purpose in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so you can actually screenshot the text area and you can even, there's like a body graph there with like, there's like colors and there's like highlighted centers. You can screenshot that as well. You can upload it to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, this is my human design chart. Can you read it for me, or can you like give me detailed info about it? Okay. And then, ta-da, ChatGPT, since it is familiar with basically every single system of knowledge that exists, it's going to give you extremely, well, it sometimes can be wrong, okay? So ChatGPT is not 100% accurate. I want to give it like 90% accuracy, maybe 80% accuracy, okay? But it's accurate enough for all intensive purposes to give you a masterful breakdown of your human design in very practical English or whatever language you speak, terminology, so that you understand practically what this information can do for you, okay? So first you might want to ask ChatGPT, hey, can you just give me a rundown of the projector type? So your type first, so you're a generator. Just give me a rundown of the generator type, okay? And you can even say, make it practical and applicable to me. So you can just, start with that, so type. Then you can move on to my authority, okay? Then, so splenic authority, emotional authority, ego-driven authority, etc. Then you can move on to the personality profile. I'm a 2-4, I'm a 1-3. So for each thing, you have to ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a fucking genius. Just ask it what you want, okay? Ask, hey, can you just explain, just projector for me, just explain it to me, okay? Make it simple and easy to understand if that's what you want. Or you can list, if you like lists, ask it to list it out for you. Or if you like it to be in a poem, ask it to make it a poem for you, okay? But essentially what I'm saying is that ChatGPT will then give you a masterful, detailed, specific reading for your human design. So, what's next? I suppose I can give you an example now. So, for me personally, I found out that I'm a projector, okay? So ChatGPT then responded to me and say, hey, Adam, since you're a projector, that means that you should position yourself as a guide or as some sort of advice giver here on earth. But that's actually what you're meant to do. You're not meant to like build stuff with your hands. You're not meant to like build a house or to do stuff. You're not meant to be a doer. You're meant to be the person who tells other people what to do. You're meant to be a guide. All right? So projectors do very well in the position of counselors or coaches or consultants. Okay? Systems analysts. Projectors are very good at aligning systems so that they function harmoniously, right? This is kind of what I do with people, right? I align their life so that their daily activities are aligned with their life purpose, so that their energy is aligned with their energy type. See? There we go. So this is massively insightful and useful because now I understand, based on literally my energy type, projectors don't have access to consistent energy like a generator would, for example. So generators are good at doing things consistently, they're good workers. They can work hard and consistently and not get tired. As long as they're doing work that they're aligned with, that excites them, that makes them feel good while they do it. That's very important. And they're listening to their authority, which is their sacral a lot of the times, which gives them advice. Okay, so yeah, so also I learned that I'm a projector and I also have splenic authority. So this means my authority is like, what should I listen to? Which voice should I listen to when making decisions? In human design, your authority is never your mind. So you should never make decisions in your life from your mind. You should make decisions based on what your specific, unique authority is. So as me, I'm a splenic projector. So the spleen authority is basically your in the moment instinct. So I should make decisions based on what my instinct tells me in the moment, right? And I found this works extremely well for me. If I was a sacral generator, then that would mean that I would make decisions based on what my gut tells me. Okay, if I was an emotional projector, that would mean I would make decisions after waiting 24 hours or 48 hours for my emotions to kind of balance out, because emotional authorities are not supposed to make decisions instantly when they're on a high or on a low, because their feelings will probably change as time goes on. So they need to give it time before making a decision. Okay, so there's massive amounts of detailed information about human design that I'm not going to present all here. I've just given you enough so that you can already start to get going with your life purpose and start knowing about who you are, what you should be doing, and how to kind of do next steps. And the genius of this is now you have ChatGPT to just ask. So, hey, ChatGPT, so now that we've just read my whole chart, can you also apply this to my specific career? Like, can you give me ideas, or you can list your passions. You could just tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm interested in this, and this. Can you now give me 20 career ideas based on all of my passions that I just gave you, also based on my human design? Okay, and it'll do it, no problem. It'll take 10 seconds. You can also say, okay, so what should I do for my relationships, specifically keeping in mind that I'm a projector with splenic authority with 1-5 or 1-4 person at profile. Give me specific advice for my relationships. Give me specific advice for my business, for my health even, for my exercise strategy that's based on this, okay? So one of the biggest problems on planet Earth in the personal development space, which I've scoured for the last 9 years voraciously, I'm extremely familiar with so many different personal development systems and teachers and schools of thought, okay? One of the biggest problems is that we give information as if it's like a one-size-fits-all. It's like, hey, you should go after your dreams, go after your work, do what you love, go after it, manifest your dreams. But this strategy actually only works for about 9% of the population. Those who are manifestors are really good at going after what they want in human design manifestors, okay? But for most of the population, projectors and generators, they're actually better at waiting for the opportunity to come to them and then responding according to how they feel about it in the moment. So generators actually will attract relationships to them, or they'll attract business opportunities or living opportunities to them. They'll actually attract what they need to them. So this is completely different from what society tells you to work hard and go after it and make it happen. Right? So what the goal of the human design and knowing your human design is that once you know how your energy system works, you might find that it's completely different from what you've been conditioned to do and think. You've been conditioned to go after it and to work hard and go to sleep when you're exhausted and that a lot of conditioning basically you've been given about how you should be. So when we make videos on YouTube and stuff about how to be your authentic self and stuff, it's really hard to be your authentic self in life because we're so deeply conditioned with all of these ideas that are coming from people who have different energy types than we do. So every person is unique. So that's why I, as a person, found it's very valuable to use systems such as human design, such as astrology or Myers-Briggs, etc., to understand the complexities and nuances of an individual person, so that then you can give them custom tailored advice. And all of this ChatGPT can do for you, right? ChatGPT can help you with this, and it could really help you. You can ask it for specific advice for your business based on your human design profile. Oh my God, the amount of insight that you'll get is whew, damn, I feel aligned now. So I recommend take it if it resonates, okay? Test it out. Spend a month or two testing it and realize that it's awesome. Okay, you can spend the whole night just on ChatGPT, just digging deeper into your human design chart. Okay, if you want a bonus thing, you can actually make an account on that website, cosmichumandesign.com. It was made just by one dude who's really passionate about this stuff. He actually invested a lot of time into creating that True Sky calculator. So I've actually donated $5 a month to him on Patreon because I use his chart a lot. It's been very helpful for me. So, if you feel called to do that, I'm just letting you know. But you can make a free account on there, and then that also unlocks the ability to then get a free chart that calculates your gene keys. Okay, so gene keys is another typology system that was actually grown out of human design. Okay, so human design was the base, and then gene keys was a branch. Okay, so then you can get that chart as well, and you can actually screenshot that information and say, hey, ChatGPT, I'm going to give you my golden path gene key chart. Can you please break it down for me? And you can screenshot it, or you can just copy paste the text and you can put that into ChatGPT, and then you'll get another wave of all this highly specific information that is specific to you that might resonate and might actually help to orient you along the right path in your life that feels more aligned and authentic for you, okay? So what's the whole goal of this thing? What's the whole goal of being alive on planet Earth? Well, for me, what I've discovered through my journeys is that you just want to be doing what you feel like you're meant to do. You want to be maximizing your potential. You want to be using your gifts. You want to be using your skills to their maximum level. You want to express yourself creatively. You want to be the best version of yourself. You want to add maximum value to society. You want to live in a way that feels harmonious and fun and almost like flowy, that you don't have to like grind and like wake up and go to a job that you don't fucking like and is totally out of alignment with who you are and what you want to do. You want to live a life where you feel like you're supported by being yourself, right? And I want to tell you that when you learn how to live in alignment with your energy type, then you are supported by being yourself. The money you need comes to you. The relationships you need come to you. Or if you're a manifester, you can go after it. And there's a proper way to do that that allows to ensure success. Okay, so realize that you're not meant to behave like everyone else. You are a specific, unique person with specific, unique ways of being and of expressing your highest potential in this life. And this, I find, is what brings you the most fulfillment and satisfaction when you're living your design, you're living your purpose. It's very beautiful, and I think we're very lucky to live in a time where I can instantly have this extremely complicated system that was literally gifted to a person in a sort of spiritual fashion to then have my chart instantly calculated in an accurate way and then be interpreted by an infinite super intelligence within 15 minutes, okay? So take advantage of the opportunity you've been given here on planet Earth to now realize Adam spent 9 years buying courses, tens of thousands of dollars, and trying to rack my mind to figure out what's my life purpose, how do I figure out, what do I do, I'm lost and confused. And within 15 minutes, you can have that whole process just shortcut. Okay? So you're very lucky. I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to hear your response. Tell me what your type is. Share your type, your authority, and also your profile. And I'll research more into it, and maybe I'll respond to you, or I'm just really curious about this stuff. So that's if you're interested. If you want to chat with me, then, there's links in the description and stuff. And otherwise, bye.